Hello, my name is David Cameron and I work at the University of Oslo, and I'd like to talk for about 5 minutes on the SIRIUS Centre for Research-Based Innovation and why we're interested in joining CAPE-OPEN, as we've just done as associate member. So we'll start off with a description of what the SIRIUS Centre for Research-Based Innovation is. We're a centre at the University of Oslo, which is financed through a programme by the Norwegian Research Council. And the idea is we bring together industrial end users, some of which you may well have heard of, like Equinor and the large engineering companies and DNV, in a cluster together with IT companies of specific types. Again, some of them you will have heard of, like SAP and IBM. Some of them are SMEs, which provide specific computer technologies. And we also bring together researchers from the University of Oslo, University of Oxford, and a group of researchers from the Norwegian Technical University in Trondheim. We also have 2 research institutes contributing to the centre. So the purpose behind the centre, and the reason we got our money to do it, which gives us research for 8 years and up to 50 PhD students, is that we can do 50 researchers, is scalable data access in the oil and gas domain. And the proposition behind that is that we have this challenge that there is lots of data, and we have an unprecedented processing capability to do things with that data. But the question which keeps arising in these days of digitalization is why is it so hard to get access to the data we need? Now, I'm working at a centre in a computer science department, and computer science, like most disciplines, is very siloed. And our ambition here is to bring together these various silos of computer science research, which have their own concrete deliverables, into a context where we can combine them interdisciplinary to solve problems in the oil and gas industry. And the challenge we always have when you're trying to do IT is that you can solve lots of IT problems, but if you're trying to apply it in the oil and gas industry, those IT problems have to be aligned to business problems in the oil and gas industry. And we've done that by identifying what we call beacon programs, where we address specific broad problems in the industry. And the area where CAPE-OPEN is of most interest is around digital twins and digital field development. Our engagement with the industry is governed by a report which was put out in 2015 after the oil price collapsed and the industry went into chaos, about how do we build up better digital collaboration, both in oil and gas production and in the engineering for oil and gas. And so what we're looking here is we want to do simplification and standardization, removal of duplication, and a digitalization of the standards that are used on the Norwegian continental shelf, which have also been used in other places around the world. Those standards are called CORSOC. Now, what we're doing there is we've got 2 beacons which work together. The first area is that when we're doing design, we want to fulfill and track requirements. Those requirements at the moment are often large amounts of paper containing unstructured textual requirements. We believe that if you can link requirements as structured data to engineering information, we will have a better system of doing things. The other area is around digital twins, where everyone, particularly simulator vendors, are offering a digital twin. What we want to provide there is a standards-based semantic backbone for digital twins and the ability to structure up the information so that building digital twins is easier and you can actually get access to data and hand over data in a better way. As an example of that, we've been working with a project on digitalization of the early phase design basis. At present, a design basis is the information sent by an operator to an engineering company to do conceptual studies. Now, that is a set of documents. What we want to do is demonstrate that you can replace that with a common data model that contains the same information, but in a way that can be automatically consumed by simulation and other analysis applications. So we've worked together in a consortium with 2 oil companies and 2 engineering companies to provide a proof of concept that you can do this using open semantic technology sources. And this is a case where we've shown what that is. We've just presented a paper at an IChemE conference about that. So why CAPE-OPEN? We believe that a process simulation is a vital application in the development of a design basis. You have a situation where you're doing process design, but you have frequent and comprehensive exchange of heat and mass balance data. And that data is the thing you use to check that you're fulfilling the requirements of the engineering process. We very much like the approach of having the material objects with a material template in ports as a way of breaking down the modeling and data representation when we're trying to do breakdown of engineering data for functional design. So we're actually working with a functional system breakdown of engineering data, which is inspired by and been informed a great deal by the OntoCAPE work done at Aachen, which we know has been part of the CAPE-OPEN background. And the semantic reasoning we're doing is helped by considering and adopting the semantic presuppositions of CAPE-OPEN. And at some point, we're going to have to try to do data exchange with simulation and provide better management of simulation control cases. So that's my presentation, taken up a second time to make sure that it looks good. And so contact details for us. We're in Oslo, in a very nice place with a good view over the city and a nice location, so come and visit us. The director of the centre is Professor Alvola. I have a role of coordinator, making sure that what we're doing is relevant to our industrial partners. Thank you for your time.